It doesn't show we're live. Am I tripping?
I don't see anybody in here yet. Let's see what we got going. It says we're live.
Hmm.
Let's see. We'll wait around see if we can get some people in here.
Hey, why am I not seeing it?
I'm not seeing it either. Oh. All right, we're back in the game and we're live.
Here we go. Oh, there's just still quite a delay.
Just a little bit of a delay. See if we can get some people in here. See if we can get a couple cats to come join us today. See if they want to talk some football cards. See if they want to come hang out.
What's your favorite parallel?
My favorite parallel? Oh my god, that Phoenix Fireburst that came out in that set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just picked that up. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Oh, I gotta find that. I gotta find. Oh, you're talking about that Jaden Daniels one you got?
Oh yeah. Well, I got the Lad McConkey and the Joe Alt too.
Oh, I
They
saw
look
that.
so sweet. I was like super stoked.
Are you gonna send a Joe Alt card out to get signed?
I'm gonna go down to the camp.
Okay,
That's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna
that's
go down
cool.
to training camp and see if I can't catch up with them. I just want to go check it out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always fun.
Sick twist, yeet.
Sick Twits is in the building. What up, Sean? What's going on, brother? See if we can't get some other cats to join us today. I think you can hear both of us now, right?
Mm. Say go Pack go if you can hear both of us.
Yeah, right. He likes the Broncos, man.
Oh, then he like what I pulled. Then he'll love what I pulled. Let's see. Can I find it? Nope. Not that one. Where did it go? Oh yeah, there it is. He sees it.
What's that? Oh, Bo Nix and what's that? Nix
And
and
John
Elway.
Elway.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I did. Let me see. I'm gonna step away for a second. Let me show you. Yeah, I picked up a couple things. Wonder where everybody's at today. How many people are showing online with us?
Sees. Oh, Cool Car. I don't know. What's up, Cool Car Collective? Triple
Cool
C.
cards in the house. What's going on, man? So yeah, I haven't picked up a ton of stuff. I've been actually chasing some Omarion Hampton, of course, because
Mhm.
I've been looking for that. I've been just picking up like a couple Jaden Daniels before like the hype cycle really starts. You know what I mean? I've been kind of searching for some cool deals. We were talking about the parallels, and I did pick
Yeah.
up this dude. This parallel. Let me get you a good view of that thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, the fire bursts out of the it's that new set. I think it's like a set of 350.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the set's like $1,000, but those cards are so ridiculously cool looking. So I did pick up the Jaden Daniels and the Lad McConkey and Joe Alt, but I have them up on my wall right now, so I won't be able to.
That is a pretty cool one.
It is. It's super cool.
I'm like a parallel wise. I love the cracked ice look. You had the right card,
Yeah.
cracked ice.
Yeah. And then the thing that's cool though is the color match on that Fireburst. It's pretty cool on a lot of teams. I mean, of course, it's not probably going to look as good with like the Packers. It doesn't look as good with the Chargers because of the blue. I mean, it still looks good, but when it comes to like teams that are black, you know, like the Raiders and the Falcons, and that color match is ridiculously cool.
Oh. Yeah. I'm a big fan of like anything color match. I don't care what parallel it is. Let's say, you know, anything green parallel with my Packers is like on point.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like the powder blues.
Yeah, you know, almost as if like how should I say? It brings more value to the card.
Yeah, it does.
But then again, I'm one of those collectors. I'll take whatever parallel I can get. So I want to find that one cracked ice that I just find is pretty cool. And of course, it had to be of an Oregon Duck, the good old Bucky Irving. Gotta love Bucky Irving.
I actually I ordered a Bucky Irving. What's up, Nikki 2 times? Nikki 2 times dropped in. Say what's up.
Hey,
He
Nikki.
said he's at a family barbecue.
You better eat some food for me, bud.
But yeah, I actually did pick up a Bucky Irving too. It's shipping now, so because that card looks super cool on that Fireburst. So yeah, like I said, I got the Fireburst, so I did pick up the Jaden Daniels that I showed. That card is super sweet, and I picked up one of his waves out of Phoenix as well.
So are you planning on doing the whole rainbow of that?
Yeah, right. I can barely afford to pay attention right now. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? I can't afford the rainbow of that. You know what I mean?
Just hey, little by little, man. You get a bonus, go buy one.
Yeah,
get
right.
a bonus, go buy another.
The bonus is I get to go to work tomorrow. That's their bonus. You know what I mean? But I have picked up a couple of Omarion Hamptons. I picked up just the Bowman first, a silver.
Okay.
So I picked up the silver, and then I picked up the little, what do they call it? The X Fractor.
Yep.
Omarion Hampton, and I did get a teal lava from his Bowman first.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, you know I got to do it big for the Chargers, man. So
you have to.
I'm chasing him all year long. I think he's going to be solid.
I honestly think you should like the Bowman first cards are the way to go. Like, imagine like if you can have black variant anything Sick Twist says, that's pretty much a 101, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean that's crazy.
Oh, here it is. I actually got this sent to me by a channel that knows a Duck fan, but cracked ice.
Oh,
Bucky Irving. Yeah.
Yeah, those
you
cracked
gotta love
ice.
that cracked ice look.
Yeah, I got the blue cracked ice on that Omarion Hampton too, but I have it up.
Yeah.
I threw it up in my case already, so it's up on the wall next to Lad McConkey and Joe Alt up there.
So are those the only things you picked up this week?
Yeah, I did actually score though on Panini. They dropped the instant for the rookie premiere. So they did that, and they dropped the instant on it. And I was actually lucky enough. I woke up in the morning and it said drop tonight. You know, rookie instant cards. I actually ended up getting an Omarion Hampton rookie auto
Oh, sweet.
out of there.
Oh, the
So
auto?
yeah, the auto. I literally bought one, and then my buddy Sean, he's been looking at Omari and Hampton too. So I went right back on again, and I tried to buy it, and they were sold out. So
No, I missed the Marcus Golden auto.
did
I
you?
did order the Tops Now base at least card for him. So
Okay.
um, that's coming in. But so do you remember when the product came in? They had those mystery rookie redemptions.
Yeah. Okay.
So my son and I pulled one off our channel, right?
Okay.
And I submitted it, and I got it back, right?
Okay.
And it was from Score. So that card came in, and it was mystery rookie redemption number 2. And lo and behold, and people were paying crazy amount of prices for them, right? 100, $200, right?
Right.
You want to see what I got back?
What was that?
A base Tyrone Tracy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No
Just
way.
Yeah, people were paying like tons of money for the redemptions. I should have freaking just sold the redemption,
Yeah.
honestly.
I
But
always struggle with that. I like the card. I'm always worried that someone's gonna have already, used the redemption or somebody's already, and I'm just
yeah,
like, oh man, my luck.
but I think the biggest difference though is that these redemptions was different. This is from Score, and if we know Score set, a lot of the rookies are in their college uniforms.
Right, right, right.
So Tyrone Tracy's actually in his Giants uniform in this.
Right. So it's kind
So
of like a variation, basically.
it's like a variation. So it does kind of like set it apart
Right, right.
um, from everything else. So that's pretty cool. I did pick up a few other things. I'll show you real quick. Love my, I don't know, did I show this last time?
Yeah,
This
you
one?
did that. That's a sick
Yeah.
card. I think I have a couple
Yeah, I
of
love
those
it.
actually laying around somewhere. I got to go through
Yeah.
some of my stuff because I had a lot of that old
Um,
'90s stuff.
well, and yeah, the Pro Line stuff, how they posed for the pictures and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I really wish they would. I really wish they would bring that back.
yeah.
Right. My wife purchased 5 more Pro Line portraits, and this one is of Lindy Infante.
Nice.
Right. Um, this one is Brian Noble. Freaking what a stud! That guy's
Yeah, he was legit.
he was legit. Yep. Um, steroid abuser, Tony Mendick. Right. The current president for the Green Bay Packers, Mark Murphy.
Those were cool cards. They don't do a lot of that stuff anymore.
They don't.
Like a
And
lot
then
of the and then some
Vinny.
of the candid stuff. I like some of the crazy candid stuff. You know what I mean? That's not just on field, but
Yeah.
a lot of times
Yeah.
they don't do
I
that
did
like
pick
they
up,
used to.
and I did pick up this one, Edrin Cooper
Oh, nice. You got an auto on that.
auto. Yeah. So lucky to or glad to have that one. So yeah, that's what I got this week. But man, I got so much mail. I got a ton of people sent me a ton of mail. Um, got a couple highlights here though. I mean, check this out. This is from 95 Fleer preview.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, and it's like that 11 of 30 in the back. Yeah, like love me some Reggie White though. Love
Yeah,
some
Reggie
Reggie White.
White is like legit, man.
Yeah,
He's one
and
of my
then
favorites.
this
Him and probably Bruce Smith are probably two of my favorite D linemen. Him and Carl Eller from the Vikings back in the day, the Purple People
yeah,
Eaters.
and this one is pretty cool. So I've been a huge fan, and I don't know if anybody's seen a lot of my old videos. My first PSA submission, I had submitted a prison card of a certain player who played for the Packers for a few years. Let's okay. Guess this player. We're gonna play guess this player real quick
Okay.
before I show it to you. He retired as a Panther, played for the Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers.
Panthers, Bears, and Packers. Panthers, Bears, and Packers. From what era? Was he in like the 2000s?
Oh, he just recently got into the Hall of Fame. He is from the 2000s.
But Peppers didn't go. It was not Peppers, right?
Peppers.
He played for Green Bay.
He played for Green Bay, number 56.
When did he play? I don't even remember him on Green Bay. I remember on
Oh,
the Panthers.
Come on, Craig. Now you got to go back and look
Yeah,
because
no, I'll go back and look, but I just I didn't remember him from Green Bay, but
yes,
Carolina, I remember him.
He got Peppers. So yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, you know what else I did pick up though, and I'm actually doing a review on it. I'm making a video. I'll probably drop that in the next day or so, maybe even tonight if I can finish it. Was that Elytic display? I don't remember if you seen that one that I got. That was the PSA cards. I mounted it up on the wall, and then actually they were cool enough to do a giveaway, and I ended up giving one away, and I think Seth from SV Vintage won it.
Nice.
But they made one for one touches. So I wanted to take all of my old vintage stuff, like not just vintage, but like I have some stuff like the old Murad Cigarette Company from like 1909 and 1910, like some 34, you know what I mean? Just the National Chiclet card, and then I wanted to throw like some 48, some 50 Bowman, and I wanted to do like a history of football cards. You know, I'm actually working on a video to do that as well, talking about the history of football cards, but I wanted to show it, you know, and display. So I ordered one of the one-touch ones, and it came, and it is pretty awesome. It is. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna do a video on that, so you guys can check it out. Show you what I put in there.
Definitely interested to see that, and I'm hoping that like you can put after this live gets uploaded, we can put the link to them so we can actually start selling some of their product too. So I think
they're totally cool people, man. I talked to the lady, and I'd sent them the review I did on the graded card one, and then I was like, hey, would you mind giving one away? And it was really cool because she allowed me to give one away, and she actually shipped it directly to Seth. So it was really a cool deal. But I try to find like products that I can display stuff, and when I find one that's decent from like a solid company, I try to buy them without having to buy as many as I can, because I'm always afraid that I'm going to buy one, like my little cases back here, you know what I mean, and then all of a sudden the company's gone and I can't get another one, and then they don't match. So I don't know, I guess my CDO kicks in. That's OCD in alphabetical order, just so you know.
Well, I know you sent me a brief look at that one-touch case, and it looks pretty legit. So I'm looking forward to picking up a couple myself. I can tell you got plenty of one-touches, and that's another thing when it comes to one-touch. What do you one-touch? You obviously one-touch your vintage cards that you obviously won't destroy, but do you have anything else
anything that's in my PC. Like I have a lot of one-touches. I have a lot of graded cards. Depends. I mean, sometimes I'll put a base in there, but usually it's just all the parallels that I'll one-touch. You know, unless, I have a lot of base cards from older players, like in the 90s and stuff like that. I just did a video on Steve Smith, and I have all of his rookies. They're all in one-touches, you know. Even though some of them aren't very expensive, it's just, to me, I like them. So I one-touch everything that's something my PC, especially parallels. And I usually, like for a player like Justin Herbert or like Ladd McConkey, I'll one-touch, you know, the bases too. Just because.
So when I got back into collecting in end of 2021.
Okay.
Right. So, and yeah, I'm one of those guys. I collect, you know, my team. Doesn't matter whether a rookie or not. I collect them.
Yeah.
I actually have binders, top loader binders, that I'm collecting rainbows of everything. So I was undecided whether I want to get a bunch of one touches and just like, let's say, for example, I got, you know, Rashawn Gary from, you know, this past year's Prism 2024. Would love to one touch all the colors I have and put them in one location in my house, or do I leave them in my top loader binder? So I'm like kind of really undecided on what I want to do there.
Yeah, I one touch them. I have the BCW, the little plastic. They're like the tote tubs that you can open the lids, and I have one of those that fits graded cards on one touches, and I keep those separate from my top loaders. I have a few of those that have top loaders in them, and I keep it like by player, alphabetized and stuff. So that's kind of how I try to organize my PC. But I mean, it's tough because one touches are expensive. You know what I mean? So you start buying a bunch of one touches, and it gets out of control real quick. But I will tell you, one thing I love is sometimes people will send me one touches when I order like an eBay card, and they'll always
Mhm.
send you that one that's always scratched up. I don't know if you watched one of my old videos, but I have that polish that's made by Meguiar's, and I use it
Yeah,
on the one touch, and it puts them like they're brand new again. So,
buffs it out really.
oh yeah, so I think it's pretty
McGuire's,
cool.
that's like a car polish thing, right? Car.
It is, but they have one that's made for like headlights, and it's supposed to like
Oh,
take
that
all
works.
the stuff off your headlights and everything. Man, you just throw that stuff on there and just buff it out, and it polishes up slabs. It polishes up one touches. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, I
So
wonder if that'll work for like top loaders.
I wouldn't bother with the top loaders, to be honest with you, just because I would be scared of it getting inside the slit on the top. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You
yeah.
got to make sure you wash it off because I wouldn't want any of that stuff touching the card. It might, mess it up. But and then the thing that's actually cool about it is it puts on like that. It's not really a wax but it's like a polish that they use. So then when
Hmm.
you slide it in and out of those bags, because sometimes those plastic bags that if you store your one touches in them, they'll actually like put swirls and stuff on the plastic. So I found once I put that on there, they slide in and out of the bags easier. The
Oh
fingerprints
wow.
just wipe right off. I'm like, oh wow, it works. So
So you one touch it, you wrap it in the bag, and then you put it in the case.
yep. And then
Yep.
I just keep them all in there, and then like I have like these three big. These ones are like my biggest displays that I have in the bag, and those hold, I believe, graded card wise, what is it, like 24 per case. And then I have these smaller ones that are up on the walls above me, and they hold 9 one touches in each one of those cases. They're like the same style as that back one. They're like a black frame. And right now I just have a bunch of chargers in one and a bunch of game worn patch cards in another. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, the people can see it back there. So yeah,
but I
yeah,
like to display them. I look at, you know, hey, Scary Terry's in the building. What's going on, Scary Terry? But yeah, so I kind of do it that way. So I one touch quite a bit. I was actually going to look at a top loader binder. I've looked at a couple of those too, but they're kind of expensive, and I've never been a fan of binders. Like even as a
yeah.
kid, like the 9 card sheets and all that, because they're always like the top page curls the cards or it gets caught, on the rings if you're not careful. And I don't know. I've never been a fan of binders myself, so I try to keep
I only
everything
do I only do the binders for like base cards
right.
that I have multiples of.
Okay.
So even if I'm like trying to collect a set, so definitely like the last 2 years I've collected the oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue, prestige sets.
Okay.
Um, so because I don't mind the players in their college uniforms, um, I really don't because I like football in general.
Yeah.
So
Prestige
um,
looks good too, though. I like Prestige. It's not a
well,
bad looking set. Yeah.
the last couple of years, prestiges looked real well.
Who else we got
Um,
coming in here? Dino's
we
in
got
here. What's up,
Dino's.
Dino? So yeah, so I mean, I was actually looking into for my Justin Herbert stuff one of those top loader binders. I was gonna maybe look into one of those and see, maybe about putting some Justin Herbert stuff. I have so much Justin Herbert stuff; it's ridiculous. I need to
Yeah, I
go
thought
through
about
it.
doing a video of all the rainbows I've started that putting in my binders of different sets. So I got like I'm one of those guys like I like um certain poses of my players. So like last year I didn't like how Jair Alexander looked on the card.
Right.
So I'm not going to collect the rainbow, but I liked it this year, so I'm going to collect the rainbow. That's just me. It's just kind of weird how I do things.
Yeah.
I do like have you opened up Optic Retail yet?
The only stuff I've gotten my hands on from Optic was the hanger boxes. That's all I've
Mm,
opened that was retail. And I actually that I hit the Jaden Daniel silver out of a hanger box. I bought I think 3 or 4 hangers, and
yeah.
I hit the
The
silver.
Optic Retail box,
Oh no,
the
excuse me. I'm
stars.
sorry. I hit the Prism hanger was what I
Yeah.
hit the Jaden Daniels. But I did get a hold of a couple optics, and I think I
Yeah.
hit like the Purple Shock was the one I got, and I know I got
Yeah.
a JJ McCarthy, which was cool, and I did
Yeah.
get a who else did I get? A Drake May, I think, on another Purple
Nice.
Shock.
Well, my favorite, the Optic Retail, the stars parallel looks really good this year.
It does.
It does really well, and I think I like the Stars parallel, so I'm gonna collect all the Packers from that set. At least get that from Optic because I haven't had a chance to get a hold of a ton of Optic, which I'm not going to complain. You know, as long as I rip cards, I'm okay. So
Yeah, I can't find it anywhere. So I kind of just resorted to like I collect Phoenix. I like Phoenix actually, and so the fact that I could get it was awesome. So I picked up some Phoenix stuff. I think I've done a couple Megas and a couple Blasters. Um, Optic I can't get a hold of, and that's one of my favorite sets. You know, I like the Rated Rookie. I mean, who doesn't? So I kind of just resorted to saying, you know what, I'm just gonna buy the cards that I want out of Optic, and especially being that my main PC right now is of course Lad McConkey, Joe Alt, like all the Charger rookies and stuff. So I can get those pretty cheap, and then like I've picked up a couple of bigger players, but I'm really not chasing any of the quarterbacks or anything this year. I like Jaden Daniels just because he's local, so he's about the only one I chase. But I mean, he's almost out of reach, man. Like I bought a couple base cards of his, and like I said, I got those other two. But I mean, he's out of reach. I can't see spending that kind of money on a quarterback, and you're paying as much as you'd be paying for like a Tom Brady or a Patrick Mahomes rookie. It's like,
yeah,
and he hasn't even had a season, so I can't bring myself to it.
yeah.
I just
I'd
can't do
rather
it.
rip. I'd rather rip and find them. Rip
Yeah,
and find them.
yeah,
So I
definitely.
managed to pull a few nice Jaden Daniels. One of which is in what's up?
That's a good way to kind of bring us into the next little segment here. I was talking about breaking. So,
Mm,
hey, High Life Hobby, what's going on, man? Breaking's gotten popular, and I've thought about going to
right?
breaks, but they're charging $50,000 for the commander's spot on some Don Russ. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Well,
no, I'm good with that.
you go find breaks that do random teams.
Yeah,
So and I'd rather hit those up than actually finding um, uh, actually paying an arm and a leg. I mean, luckily, like this year's class, if I'm going after the Packers, I can go after, team specific, and it's not that expensive for the Packers. I mean,
right,
the
right,
top players for the Packers this year, Edrin Cooper, defensive player.
right,
Nobody's
right,
going to go crazy after defense, right? So I like, I look forward to that stuff.
right, right,
But like, this coming season, we're looking about, man, the biggest thing was about quarterbacks all over the place.
right.
You know, Shadur, um, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward. I mean, everybody's going to go after those teams. And so that's why I go find breakers that just do random teams.
Okay. How many
Um,
breaks do you get into? Because I'll be honest, I've only been involved in like two breaks.
okay.
I've never really been into breaking. I did when I signed up for my PSA subscription, and they gave me the little live Fanatics Live. Was it the break thing or whatever?
Yeah.
The credit. I did go on and I took a break there, and I think I got like two teams, and I got my Chargers, of course, and I didn't hit anything. I got skunked, but I didn't
Yeah.
get into like a huge break. It was only like a few boxes of something. So I
Yeah,
think I got some base cards.
it's definitely hit or miss with breaks, but like for me, I tell myself or I get caught in the rabbit hole of going into the breaks like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I at least will average at least one break a week.
Okay.
So but it has to be for the right product too. So Optic was one of those things I hit this year out of random teams. Didn't get good teams, but I did that off TikTok. Go off on TikTok and do breaks through TikTok. There are player or channels out there on TikTok that do random team breaks, or you can do specific team
Okay.
breaks. Um, but also, and I like do it on TikTok because they're trying to get through the breaks. So at the very end, when they're trying to sell their teams, they'll give a huge deal just to sell them off.
Yeah, just to
So,
get the break closed.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
like I said, I really never got into breaking too much. I enjoy ripping packs myself. I'm kind of old school. You know what I mean? I remember, trading with my buddies, and a little history on me. I got into sports. Sports cards have been part of my life forever. So when I was in like junior high school, I used to go down to the local card shop that was in Whittier, California, where I grew up. And so I would go down to the card shop, of course. And I would trade cards and try to buy packs with my little lunch money or whatever. And ultimately, I started helping the guys out, the owners. I started working at the shop, and I'd clean up the shop. I'd sort cards. They had comic books as well, and they also did like the video game trade thing. So I started doing that, and that was in Whittier. And then they decided to open another card shop that was in San Dimas, California, which is 45 minutes away from there to an hour away. So he'd asked me if I wanted to go do it. And, I actually had had my mom take me there, and I introduced my mom to one of the owners, and they've been married ever since. So 30 something plus years.
Oh wow.
So then after that, once they got together and ended up getting married and stuff, I used to go and I'd work all the card shows, and it was a lot. So it's always been something that's kind of been in my life as far as sports cards. I used to love it. I used to collect baseball, basketball, all of it, but I love football, and now I've zeroed it down to football because it's already expensive enough, and to try to keep up with everybody and everything, it's just a lot. So I keep up with football. I love football. I love my Chargers, but like I said, sports cards have been in my life since I was a kid. I collected as a kid, and then grew up in a household that had a card shop. So it was kind of I've always just been around it. So
Yeah.
I'm used to opening packs and doing those kind of things. So breaks are cool though. I'm not against breaks. I know there's a lot of like back and forth in the hobby of everybody talking about breakers are bad, they're destroying the hobby, and then other people are like, yeah, they're great. At the end of the day, we hobby because we hobby. You know what I mean? If you like sports cards, you buy sports cards. However you get them, you get them. Do what you like in the hobby. If you like making content, you can make content. If you like doing breaks, do breaks. If you like opening packs, open packs. You know what I mean? But I don't think people should force it on other people. Because if you're looking for morals and morality in sports cards, I just want to remind you that sports cards were created to get kids to smoke. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? They were trying to entice younger generation people to smoke cigarettes. But to be fair, they did come back and give them the gum that they could chew to stop smoking later on with gum in the cards. But so, hey, it is what it is, right?
Well, here's a question. Here's a good question, and this is a good question asked to the chat. It's like, do people join in on breaks for their PC, or do they join in on breaks and hopefully to get something in return so they can sell something out?
Personally, I want to get something I can sell.
Liam's back there. I see him. He says he wants to get something out of it, but yeah, I always want to get something for myself. But it's just like when I pull cards. Like I told you, I got a hold of those hangers, and I picked up a Drake May and a JJ McCarthy. And Dean says the gum was awesome. Yeah, I was actually at a show with a buddy of mine, Stacy. It's actually Sick to his son. We were at a card show, and we opened up. Was it Bo Jackson's rookie tops? It was 81 or something. So we were opening up those packs, and I tried to dare him to eat the gum, but I couldn't get him to do it.
Where'd he go?
But yeah, so I pulled those out of Optic, and when I pulled those, I did sell them. I actually put them up on my eBay, and I actually sold both of them already. And the reason I sold them is because I was trying to purchase those other cards, those Jaden Daniels and the Omarion Hampton. So it's kind of a lot to me. It's kind of like trading. If I was to hit one of those big cards that wasn't something I PC'd, I'd probably sell it right away and go chase me a good like Justin Herbert auto, or maybe like an old school Charger, something like that.
Yeah, and like with me, like I know my son and I with Prestige this year, we hit a case hit Saquon Barkley human highlight film, right? Okay. And I can sit there and be like, oh man, I can turn this around and make some money off of it. Instead, I actually gave it to one of my subscribers, and they in turn sent me something else in return. And I didn't ask for anything. He actually, and you mentioned Bo Jackson, but he sent me 2 cards. Bo Jackson out of score, and that's the glitter, the red glitter, numbered. Shoot, what is that number? I'm blind as that. 199 or 499, sorry. And then he sent me, and this is what's cool, is the pink swirl, Marshawn Lloyd, numbered to 13.
Okay.
So I'm hoping he'll get healthy this year and play as a good, solid backup to Jacobs. Okay. So
I gotta say it again though. I can't stand. I don't know who came up with the idea of making pink parallels for everything. Like, okay, cool, do the breast cancer awareness thing, throw a ribbon on it. I'm good with that, but man, pink doesn't go with any team. Like, what team?
They call me Magenta Mike, right? So like, I have no problem. Like, if you would see me coaching on the sidelines, and if like the week prior we win at like a big game, the very next week I'd wear my pink short ducky shorts to the football game, and if we win that game, I'll twerk in the middle of the football field. So it's
You're
like,
twerking too? All right. You gotta get us a video and I'll put it up one
this
day.
is why kids want to play football for me. I get kids to play football for me because coach would do anything. But yeah, that's what usually happens. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking about jumping in on a break though. Back to kind of the breaking thing is, I'm thinking about doing a video on a break. You know what I mean, and just jumping in on one and putting one on my channel just for the heck of it. I do my channel because it's fun. I like to kind of like show my adventure collecting. So I like going to like card shows or shops and stuff like that. And if I do breaks or anything, it's just something to share.
Random teams first though. Do random teams first.
Yeah.
Because I think right now the Chargers are kind of like that mid tier.
Yeah.
Right now because of Lad McConkey, you know.
Right.
So McConkey's a solid dude, but if you want to just test the waters, just do like a random break. Let's see where that goes.
Yeah, I may jump in on one of those. Maybe on one of the some of the stuff I can't find, like some optic or something like that, or some prism. That'd be kind of cool. Find somebody who's doing like a case of blasters or something, or a case of megas or something crazy like that. Pick Six, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, Pick Six.
I see a lot of cool cats down there. I see Red's in here again, and we got Dino and Cool Car Collective and High Life Hobby, Small Town Rips. I mean,
every
Pick
time
Six.
every time I see Pick Six name, I think of Derek Stingley Jr. and he has the like largest collection of Derek Stingley cards.
Dude, I have a stack of Derek Stingley stuff that I've been meaning to send that dude forever, and I've been so busy. I got about 8 or 9 things that I had sent out, last week, and I'm gonna try to get some more. But yeah, I have some stuff for Pick Six. I got a bunch of Derek Stingley stuff, bunch.
I'm asking him a question right now.
Oh yeah.
I gotta find out, man. He needs to do a video on counting every single Derek Stingley card he has. Gotta know that.
That'll take a while, right? He says he's at plus 500 plus. So.
Holy cow, 500 plus.
Well, I probably got about 50 or 60 of them that I was going to send him. It's like in his stack. A bunch of them are rookies, too. Most of it's Chronicles. I ripped a bunch of Chronicles that year. I don't know. I like Chronicles. And sometimes I go a little nuts on it because it's cheap and it's always there. And so I have like a bunch of like all the different variables that came in Chronicles for him. But,
I see Small Town Rips is in there, too. Hey, Small Town.
Yeah, Scary Terry's up in there, too, somewhere, if he's still around.
Scary Terry had a run. He just...
Oh, did he?
He came in and said hi. And
he's a cool dude. I dig watching his channel. I pretty much watch, like, all the people that are in here right now, I always watch everybody's stuff. I think I don't even watch TV hardly anymore. And then when I'm sitting in traffic, I'm always putting somebody's stuff on. There's a podcast I listen to, Mike's Retro Trading Cards. They're actually really cool. Just a couple old guys, you know what I mean? That one guy used to own a card shop, and the other two used to go to his card shop back in the 90s and stuff. And so I just, I like to listen to that kind of stuff when I'm running around and driving in traffic, because where I live, that's a given. So,
Yep. I think, so I do, since we were talking about cards, in particular cards, I don't know if people have seen it, but in my recent video, we broke open, we did a break on Top Signature.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So Top Signature and Panini Contenders look so much alike. It's crazy. It's just the same concept, same, not design, but the concept.
Right.
In the hobby boxes, you can get like 5 autos and they're random people's names. Right. So,
right.
And then the megas and the retails, you can get, the cards seem pretty cool. I mean, I got the Jaden Daniels card, which kind of, tells you what round he was picked, what pick. It's actually, they're pretty cool. So I was like, oh, okay, Topps is trying to do Contenders. So I'm so on Top Signature. I like it, but not a huge fan of it. So I'm hoping they don't go next year when they go licensed, they make it a huge thing, Top Signature.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of waiting for Topps to get the license. I'm not a fan, I'll be honest. I didn't like the design for Chrome this year. Not for baseball, not for any of it. It was the same design, and I thought it looked tacky. So I'm hoping they kind of dump some more effort into it, you know what I mean? And put together some cool cards, because you know what? I'm definitely going to miss Prism. I'm going to miss Optic. and Don Russ. I mean, I wish there was a way they could find a way to kind of, do something. I don't know, but I'm gonna miss like the optic, and I'll definitely miss Phoenix is a cool set for the chromium stuff, But
Yeah.
there's gonna be a few that I miss from Panini. They put out a couple of good sets.
Well, it, it's a lot about detail because like you've already been so stuck on like winning it over with Phoenix, winning it over with Optic, and then when it becomes unlicensed and they still produce it, it's not going to be the same because the logo's not on it, right? The
Right.
Everything is not there. So
Well, it doesn't even
uh,
say the team name. It just says like the city. Like it doesn't even
yeah,
say Packers on the card. It just says Green Bay.
yep, yep, yep. It's just one of those things that But as collectors, we'll still rip. We're still going to rip through it. Give me the product. If it's available to me, I'll rip it open. Let's have some fun. Pretty much. So
So yeah, I'm telling you, look, I'm addicted to eBay though. eBay's like bad. There,
well, I mean,
I'm sure you guys heard it. I just bought a Justin Jefferson silver select rookie. That's
nice. Did you get a good deal on it though?
absolutely. I paid $10.
Yeah.
I mean, for a silver Justin Jefferson select rookie, $10 to
Yeah,
come in,
yeah.
and it looked clean. So we'll find out.
You can't beat it. I mean, yeah, I'm just as bad when it comes to eBay. Like I'm eyeballing quite a few things that are ending tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm always looking at auctions, but yeah, as far as tops goes, though, like you said, I hope they put together some good sets. I'm not a fan of that resurgence nonsense. It doesn't do it for me. I'm not into it. I'm kind of more of a traditional kind, old school person. So when it comes to the chrome cards, that's why I like the optic. I do like the Phoenix. I think that stuff looks pretty cool. I'm a fan of Illusions. I think Illusions is a cool set that I'll definitely miss once Panini doesn't have the license anymore.
You're a fan of that stuff?
I like it, dude. I don't know. I didn't say I like the orange parallel, but I
No,
like Illusions. That's
I
for
happen
sure.
to show all the Chiefs, the refs,
Yeah.
right? The refs.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was like, no, I like this stuff here. I end up giving away. So I
Hey,
have some.
Ken's here, man. From God is Great. Ken, what's going
Hey,
on?
Titus. Ken, how are you? Um, yeah. So, so like any card that I don't like Chiefs and all, I don't care what it is. I'll sleeve it up and I'll give it to one of my kids, one of my players.
Oh, okay.
But like but I've been so behind on my cards. I have so much to go through because I got a ton of honey-do lists to do
Right.
since coming back from treatment. But neither there. So how was the week though? Like Memorial Week. Did you guys have a good weekend last week?
Yeah, I did. I just hung out, and I really didn't do much. I just spent a lot of time at home, and I put in a lot of hours lately. I don't know if you guys have noticed on my channel in particular, I've been putting out a lot more shorts because I just haven't had the time to put together some of the long form content. So hopefully I can get a little bit of some R&R away from work and put together some more long form content. And I'm actually planning on doing one about like I said, the history of football cards. That's one I want to do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and then I'm actually working on one today of that Elytic. I did pick up that display, and it was pretty cool, dude. So I'm gonna do that one. Probably drop it tonight or tomorrow, and then aside from that, it's just pretty much I kind of stay in the hobby by running on eBay during the day while I'm at work or whatever, and checking out people's channels, and seeing what people rip, And,
Well, all I gotta say, Craig, is like this week, my son and I are opening Resurgence, Mega, and Blaster Box. So don't
yeah.
defer from it. You still need to watch it.
I'll watch it. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not buying it. I don't know. I don't get the whole R logo and the I don't know, Voltaics or what do they have in there? It's just kind of weird.
My son graduate or will be finishing 9th grade with straight A's. So we got him a box of the Panini Totally Certified.
Okay.
So,
My buddy Sean, Sick Twist, he told me he just ripped one of those. He was texting me earlier and he said it sucked. He got a Caleb Williams, I think, something like that, but he got pretty much skunked.
Nobody cares about the Bears. They can all go with it.
Yeah.
They can all die of gonorrhea and rotten hell for all I care.
They probably will. But no, I can't say I don't like the Bears. They're a historical team, dude. Like Bears, the Browns, the Packers. You know what I mean? Like, dude, they're up on the wall back here. There's
Did you just say the
tons of them.
Bears, the Browns, and the Packers are horrible?
No,
Oh,
they're historical. You know
no,
what I mean?
historical.
Like, those
It's
guys
the
are,
artillery ears. I can't hear half the time.
well, hey, let me tell you, there's some seriously awesome players that came out.
Story
of those.
franchises right there. Like, I mean,
Redskins. You know, yeah, Commanders, but yeah, the Redskins.
I'm probably, that's actually a good idea. I might actually like do the history of the Packers and what I have and how it totally combines to why I like them so much.
Yeah. I've been trying to put together that video of what's that Cool Car Collector said Gale Sayers and Walter Payton. Oh, dude, I got Gale Sayers rookie and a Walter Payton rookie up there, along with Gale Sayers autos. Like, dude, legit. But I mean, I want to do the history of football cards, but the one card I don't have is that 1894 Mayo cut plug, which is like the first set that came out. And I'm shopping them, but dude, I mean, you're looking $400 or $500 for one that looks like somebody chewed on. You know what I mean? Like they won't even grade. You can't even get them graded. So if you try to get one, even just off of a basic player, it's like $1,500 for a PSA 1. You know what I mean? But I gotta have one. I don't care. I don't want it graded. I just want one.
You'll find one.
One day.
You'll find one.
SV Vintage, what's going on, you duck butter? I had to give him the good old SV Vintage. Hello. So
you know what? I take that remark back there, Seth. I am not a dick skin.
Yeah, Seth, we were just talking about you earlier. He was the one that won that Elytic display.
Yeah. I wonder if did he put it up? I need to know, Seth. Did you put that Elytic display up?
He did. I watched the video. He did.
Yeah. I don't think everybody else did. I watched the video. I just wanted to make sure everybody else saw that. Yeah. So that's pretty cool that he won it.
And actually, I've seen like the corner of it, like down in the bottom corner, like in some of his videos. I always see it in there. But dude, that's such a cool case, man. I love that thing. And then, like I said, so I got the One Touch one, man, and I'm like super stoked. It looks bitchin'. I'm like, that thing's cool. So
yeah.
But so what were you talking? So you hit me up earlier about can it be true?
Okay. All right, guys. So this is for you in the chat. Okay. So it's a game, guys. You know, it's something that I play with my son all the time. And this is for the upcoming football season. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to ask you a question. And all you got to say is, oh, yeah, that can possibly be true. Or, hell no, it's not going to happen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, and I have 3 questions. This year, the top 3 running backs in the NFL will be Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, and Bucky Irving. Can it be true?
I can see it being true, but Omarion Hampton's going to be there. So just letting you know. But that could be true. Bucky Irving is legit, man. I like Bucky Irving.
And the reason why I asked that question, it kind of opens the communication waters of, okay, let's really talk about this now, because I had mentioned Derrick Henry, who's one of the top ones from last year.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, who was also one of the ones from last year. Mm-hmm. But notice I did not say Saquon Barkley.
Right.
And I didn't say Saquon Barkley partially because of the whole curse thing. Guess who's on the Madden cover this year?
Oh, is it Saquon?
Saquon Barkley on his backwards hurdle. So that's why I was like, can it be true? So if Saquon cannot be if he's not there, who's that other running back that can step up? And honestly,
I'm gonna throw a name out there, and I think he got a raw deal, and the guy is legit. He's kind of reminds me a lot of like a LaDainian Tomlinson type, where he's catching out the backfield. He's got wheels. He's got cuts. He could block. It's Tyjae Spears over there in Tennessee. Well,
you're saying that too because you have a large collection of his autographs, right?
That's the reason I have it, because I think he's going to be legit, man. But they picked up Pollard, man, and they didn't let him run the ball like they should have. So
And if small town Rips is still in here, I actually do think Javonte Williams, who's now a Dallas Cowboy,
Okay.
he'll ball out this year as well.
Yeah.
But their Cowboys are not going anywhere anyway, so it doesn't
Right.
matter.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, I mean, I think that was a green wave. So yeah, I feel like he I don't know. I think he could break out this year. I thought he was going to get more reps after Derrick Henry left, but they brought Pollard over there, but Tyjae Spears, man, if you watch that guy like throughout college, that guy's legit, dude, legit.
Yeah. So here's my other question number 2. So you're saying that it could very well be possible to see those 3 guys in the top running back spots, 1, 2, and 3, no particular order.
Yeah,
right.
It's possible.
So Tennessee Titans was the number 1 overall pick. Right. Can it be true that they'll be playoff bound this year?
Absolutely not.
Okay, you say absolutely not.
Absolutely not, dude. Cam Ward, congratulations, you're the best player in college football. You're headed straight to the dumpster fire, dude. There is no way Tennessee. They've got too many holes they got to fill. Next year maybe, but I don't see it this year. I don't.
Yeah, I mean they still haven't solidified their defense, but wouldn't it be weird though? The number 1 overall team make it through the playoffs because of one piece that they needed was their quarterback. But here I always said that Tennessee and Cleveland are where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, that's me. I like how you said no, dumpster fire.
Yeah,
dumpster fire, 100%.
Yeah, I mean he's not walking into a situation with like Jaden Daniels going into the Commanders that were building a solid foundation, for a little bit now, and ever since the new ownership took over, they've been dumping money onto that team. So he walked into a good situation. You know what I mean? But yeah. Tennessee, they don't have enough pieces yet. You know what I mean? I don't think that they're not capable of winning some games, but they don't have enough pieces to make a good playoff run. That's for sure. All
right. And my final question then is Tyreek Hill will be traded before the start of the season.
I don't know who's dumb enough to pick up that contract. That's my thing. He's making an awful lot of money over there on that contract.
And remember the last thing he said before they shut the door was, I need to change the scenery.
Yeah.
He's tired of missing the playoffs, tired of not winning.
Well, then he should have stayed put, and he wouldn't have had to worry about it. But you went to the Dolphins. They weren't, the best of teams to go to. But it's his contract is too high, and I just don't see anybody. There's other receivers out there that you could pick up right now that are just still sitting there waiting. Keenan Allen isn't, sitting anywhere. There's so few receivers that you could pick up that would make a benefit to your team that you wouldn't have to pay all that money to. I just don't see anybody that's gonna take him. He's gonna be sitting in Miami this year.
Yeah. Well,
cool card collector said, "Could Kenny Pickett be the quarterback 1 in Cleveland?" Anybody can be quarterback 1 in Cleveland. I mean, I don't think.
I think first they need to find a quarterback. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So speaking of Browns, I mean, they've noticed they have 5 number 1 quarterbacks or quarterbacks that have actually started at one point or another. And, and right now it's looking really positive in signs that Shadur could be starting. And they're talking about Dylan Gabriel, not even an NFL quarterback. They're he's not doing well at all. So it's but I already knew that even as a Duck fan, I didn't think Dylan Gabriel was going to be an NFL caliber quarterback. I had no idea he was drafted so high anyways, or why he was drafted so high in the first place. But apparently Shadur's showing up. He's showing up pretty good in Cleveland. So
I mean, he's not a bad player. You know what I mean? I think all the extra that comes around him is what, hurt him, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I think as far as his abilities, I don't think Cleveland's as far away as people think. They don't have a horrible team. No. I think, they've put up with some bad coaching systems, and they've made some decisions that kind of handcuffed them with, the Massage Watson guy or whatever. I mean, come on, dude. You ate up a lot of cap space and gave away some massive capital to get that guy in there. And it hurts, so recovering from stuff like that, that's why teams got to be careful, when they start trading away all these draft picks and they start, betting the farm on players, they need to make sure that they're, getting something solid and that they're drafting well, in the late rounds. Because
hey, the Cool Card Collective said he has 150 something Pickett cards. If anybody's Brown fans are interested, I can't hold on to them now that he resides in Cleveland.
I got a whole bunch of Pickets too. It's funny you said that. I just took them all out of top loaders, and threw them in my just regular.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this for the Cool Card Collective. Will Howard will be the top quarterback this year.
Will
say
Howard.
That. And I know there's still an issue with like Aaron Rodgers, whether he's coming back or not. If Aaron Rodgers does not come back and he does not sign with the Steelers, Will Howard will be the top quarterback for this year.
Look, I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to go on record and say this because there is another player that I've been picking up too. That just didn't get any this week. I'm going to go on record right now, and I'm going to tell you, Jackson Dart is going to be legit. Jackson Dart is official, man. That kid he's legit. He is in the lines of the Mannings, the Phillip Rivers, those kind of guys. He's a pocket passer. The guy's got talent. Don't sleep on Jackson Dart, man. I think he's going to be solid. And then they picked up who was it they drafted over there?
Oh, they're
that D line,
the running back. No?
Yeah, and then they grabbed a running back, and they grabbed it's on
you make me think.
I know. I'll click on it. It's probably going to pop up all loud right now because they like to play those ads on ESPN. But yeah, I think the Giants are going to actually stun some people. They actually have some pretty good talent. They got Neighbors over there, and then they got Jackson Dart. I think he's a scary guy.
Oh, Cam Scattaboo.
Scattaboo. That's the one
from
Arizona. So they got Scattaboo. They got that D lineman. They got Jackson Dart. They already got Neighbors sitting over there, and they don't have a bad team altogether. So I think they're gonna. I wouldn't say they're gonna run into the playoffs or anything, but they're definitely gonna probably piss off a couple teams. That's for sure.
Seth, are you still in here, man? Seth, SV Vintage, are you still in the chat? Hope so.
Yeah, that Cam Scattaboo, he's gonna be bad too, man. That dude is ridiculous. He's like a big kid, man. He's cool.
Like a Mike Allstott, Peyton Hillis type kid.
I don't know, man. I think he's just like turn the switch and go, like Bo Jackson type. I think he's nuts, man. I think we haven't seen
SV Vintage. That's coming your way, buddy. It's coming home to you.
I think Patriots might do some damage this year too, man. They needed coaching. I think what people don't realize is you have the best talent in the world, but if you can't put it together, this is like a game of chess with humans. So if you don't have somebody pulling the strings, you're gonna have trouble. You gotta have coaches. You gotta have dedication. You gotta have that program. The off-season workouts. You gotta, and you can't just go out and throw money at a team and expect to bring a guy like Tyreek Hill in and pay him the bag and not have anybody to support him with. It's not a good fit. He tears up the locker room, and there you go. So the coaching staff is important, and so I think, once they start working on their coaching staff and you get a solid guy. I mean, look what I know. I'm a Charger fan, so it sounds like a homer statement again, but look what Harbaugh's done with the Chargers already. They went through 2 coaches in 4 years and couldn't even buy playoff tickets. You know what I mean? And here we at least made it to the playoffs. So, and I seen the way they've drafted this year and the few little acquisitions they made and free agency and stuff. I think they're going to do some damage. I think they're going to shock the world because the Chiefs are going down.
Yeah, Chiefs are going down. Chiefs need to go down every year. That's all I got to say. I can't stand that team anymore. I love Andy Reid. He came from the Packers coaching tree. But I just, oh God, every time I think of the Chiefs, I want to barf.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Yep, they're in the AFC. They're in the AFC West, so I have to hate them. Just the way it goes. I still don't even like the Seahawks from when they were in the AFC West. So, you know what I mean? We're talking way back before they, did the change up and everything. So I still don't like the Seahawks. So Denver, the Raiders, the Chiefs, you can have them.
Yep.
You can find them on my eBay. Link in the description below. No, I'm just kidding. I'm telling you right now. The few that I have Elway's rookie, and he's sitting in a box. He's not on the wall. I do need to grade it though and put it up on the wall because Elway was pretty awesome, dude. You know, but I did you hear the eBay going off?
Yeah. You're a powder blue guy though.
I know, dude. Since I was a kid, man, I pulled out a jersey that I have to bring it out. So next time I have like a junior Seau jersey that is like it wouldn't fit on my leg anymore. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been a Charger fan forever, just all the way down. And I was actually going through one of my old phones, and it had a bunch of videos. And I went to the last game at Qualcomm down in San Diego, and I had a bunch of videos. I thought, oh, cool. You know, I'm gonna probably cut one of those together too. So.
I really wish they'd bring them back to San Diego though. So
me too, dude. I love San Diego. That place is so fun, and it's not that far of a drive for me. A couple hours, and it gives you a reason to go down there for the weekend and just get crazy. It's a good time down there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But, so fantasy football this year, we're gonna set one up through Pigskin Press Box or what?
Yeah, we need. It's gonna be. Well, the question is how you want to do that. Do you want to do it? Are we looking for 12-man teams or 12 teams?
Yeah, I say we do 12 teams. Yeah, and anybody that wants to get in, man, they can, hit us up and we'll start putting it together. And I think we should have like a fantasy league here. We'll come up with a cool prize. Maybe we could both dump something extra in, and then then we'll do like a little money thing, $20, $40. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. You know what I mean?
It'll be fun. We'll definitely get something going. As far as communication goes, but I think it'll be fun, and obviously you're going to be participating, and I'll be participating, and it'll be a fun concept, to talk about it on Sunday afternoons.
Yeah, I mean, I love football, but I have a rule. I only play 2 fantasy football leagues.
Yeah,
I don't get crazy. I can't. I play 2 teams, and that's it. Usually, I'll jump in with some buddies, and then if we do one, I'll do one. It's just too much for me to maintain it. You know what I mean? And just stay up on it and switch and draft. I'm like, ugh. So I play 2 every year, and so I definitely think we should put one together for this channel, and then anybody that's interested, they could just join in with us. We'll get 12 teams here and go from there. We'll make a cool prize or something and give.
Yeah, definitely. If you're interested and you're still in the chat, just go ahead and send myself or Craig here a message saying I want in on your Pigskin press box. We'll set something up soon. I think we can start doing. Drafts here in about a month, so
I'm not ready to draft yet. That's too soon.
Oh, shoot, you got to study now.
Yeah, we can study now, but we'll definitely put it together, and then we'll get it close somewhere in August or something like that. As we get close, we'll throw the draft together. Even if we have more than 12 people that end up wanting to join in, maybe we'll do two leagues, and then something like that. But I think it'd be fun. I love it. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't go crazy. It's too hard to pay attention.
Well, we can look into with doing that, as far as if we're looking at, maybe I can start doing it now, but sending messages out to like different businesses. They can set up like maybe sponsor a trophy to hand to somebody every year. We can continue this thing going on. Whatever.
Yeah, if you win, I'm sending you a pink parallel trophy. That's what you're gonna get. You get a pink parallel trophy.
Why, thank you.
And you got to twerk to get it. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that plays out.
You know what? I'll do a short on how to properly twerk in the pink shorts.
That'll go viral for sure. But yeah, so no, I mean, that's pretty much what my week was like, man. Those are the pickups I made. I do have some stuff. Well, maybe by next week I'll have that Justin Jefferson that I just picked up on eBay. So
I know I got a couple things coming this week too. So
I didn't see when Panini was shipping that, and I haven't heard anything. I could probably go on there and see on their little app, but I don't know how long it usually takes to ship. I know that I've picked up stuff that I ordered on points and stuff. It's been a couple weeks it's taken to get shipped. But I don't know if those were already all signed already, if they're already ready to go. All I know is it was still available, so I bought it. I mean, I get it till next season. Who knows?
Yeah. So what you got anything going on this week?
No, I just got work. That's pretty much what it goes down here, man. I got to go to work. Yeah. I'm working right now. My schedule, I'm off Sundays and Mondays, so that's cool. I don't mind that going into football season. You know, we have to bid on our schedules, so every 6 months we bid on, you know, a new schedule. But I have enough seniority; I should be able to stay on the same one. And I enjoy my Monday night football and, you know, watching football Sunday. So I'll probably try to stay with the same schedule.
I know my daughter has a ballet production 4 days this week. So I'll be obviously doing that. My son kicks off football practices this week. And I think here in the next couple of weeks, Jordan James, you guys know Jordan James, he played for the Oregon Ducks, got drafted by the San Francisco 49ers. He is doing a couple of football camps, one in Portland and one in Medford. And my son will be attending both of those. So
that's cool.
We'll be traveling for some football camps. So
nice. That's cool. It's the season. It is.
Yep.
It
is the season.
Time to start working them legs.
Yeah, no, I got like 3 interviews this week for an assistant coach for my football staff because one of my coaches left, so I'm looking for a coach to take the spot. So
yeah, and then I'm thinking, what else was I think I'm trying to think if I had ordered anything else. I know I ordered that at Omarion Hampton rookie auto. I think I picked up the Trey Harris, but I didn't pick up the auto from him. I feel like it was just too much. They wanted like $50 or something like that. I was like, I'll just wait till I can find one. So, but I did get the Omarion Hampton in the first look. So I was like,
nice.
In the Chargers uniform.
Nice.
So, pick sixes, I hated bidding. Yeah, it. You know, now I'm cool. I'm like number 2 in seniority out of the whole run. So it's not too bad. I usually get what I want, but let me tell you, dude, I work in public transportation and the hours and the demand can be crazy sometimes. You know, you bid on 5 days, it turns into 6 and lots of hours. So as long as I get my Sundays off to recoup, do pigskin press box with Hammy here and watch some football, it's going to be good. I'm going to try to find a way so we can, you know, I'll put some stuff together and make the little screen so we can have scores and stuff going and all that. I'll put it together. It'll be fun. We'll expand our horizon here. We'll become kind of professional.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, after the first game on Sunday, we have we're jumping on together at 3:00, right? To go over the games and preparations for the evening game. So it's going to be fun. So it's going to be football all day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it's crazy. Like my little setup, I don't know if I've ever showed it or not, like the way it all goes down, but I've got like my 2 monitors in front of me, and then I have a 60-inch TV right above it. And it's going down, dude. It's going down.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, we took care of my kid, and he's got a nice little 60-inch TV in his room as well. So he likes to watch game film as he prepares. So
my score 25 got delayed.
Yeah, the hobby box.
Oh,
you got to score 25. Score 20-25.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When are they supposed to drop that? It should be.
They already dropped it. I mean, they already dropped it. It's just, I'll have to send you the link. I'll send you the link on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just dropped it.
Because usually they'll drop like score, and then they're gonna drop like prestige. They'll drop what else gets dropped right away? Luminance comes out pretty early.
I didn't even look. Are they bringing Chronicles out this year?
I'm sure they will. I didn't look, or I didn't even look into it at all, but I'm pretty sure they'll drop Chronicles.
Yeah. Seth says June 18th. So yeah, June 18th is when score drops.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds about right. Because right through June, and then in August, like I said, you'll start seeing like I think Luminance, either Prestige or Luminance comes out first.
I'm just thinking Chronicles is just kind of, it should have already been out by now.
No, it's right around the same time that Score comes out. That's usually when it hits.
Okay, so is Chronicles usually the last product for the 24 draft?
Yeah, well, the reason they do that is I think a lot of times they try to use the rookie premiere stuff for like the optic previews and all that stuff like that. Because I think I'll have to bring them out, but I know I have like the optic preview for Lad McConkey, and it's got one variation of picture, and then it's got the other. So I think they try to bring those out after the rookie premiere, so they can get some of the rookies in their uniforms.
Right.
So unless they scrapped it, but I think it sells pretty good because every year everybody I see them all over ripping Chronicles and stuff. So.
Yep. Well, cool. So next Saturday, be prepared for, or next Sunday, be prepared for our pickups of the week. I'm looking forward to see that Justin Jefferson.
Dude, I bought that card. I got to tell you before we get off over here. I bought that card because he offered it to me. I just threw it in my watch list, and then he threw me the offer, and I was like, dude, I was looking at it. I'm zooming in. You know how you're like, whoa, what's going on? You're looking at corners. You're the back. I'm like, man, that thing's super centered. So I don't know. It looks clean. We'll find out.
I am currently looking at, since we're talking about eBay offers, you remember XR?
Yeah.
A 2017 Panini XR Jordy Nelson gold parallel numbered to 10, 1 of 10, for $35. So I'm actually offering the guy a certain amount. So hopefully I get it and it comes in this week, and I'll be able to show Jordy Nelson 1 of 10 from XR. So
yeah, and then I'm all, you know who else I'm looking at too? I'm looking at some older players. I'm looking at Mike Evans. I'd like to grab a couple more Mike Evans cards. I think he's gonna break Jerry Rice's record this year. So if he goes for 1,000 again, then every year that he's played football, he's gone for over 1,000. So I think he's gonna break it, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything Favre. I gotta add more to my Favre collection. I think I have over 650 Favre cards, but I got to keep going. There's so many out there that I don't have that I plan on getting. So
here you go. Here's another one. I'm looking at this Lance Allworth.
There you go.
Yeah, that's one that's in there. That's 69.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, man. Look, I got. If you looked at my watch list, you'd be like, "What are you thinking?" Like you wouldn't be able to tell what team I like.
This one. We talked about color match.
Yeah. Oh, the Immortals. Those are cool.
Yeah. That one I'm hoping to score.
Yeah, I'm looking for like some Justin Jefferson, some Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is pretty good too. I've been kind of going back a little bit and grabbing a couple of like the 2020 rookies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple of those, and
yeah,
those guys are good. 2016. I mean, Mike Evans, that guy's legit.
He's okay.
Yeah. He's about to break Jerry Rice's record for consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. He's all right.
No doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
So, but man, hey, I appreciate you guys all coming on today, and Hammy, thanks for joining us and having a blast. We're talking some nonsense.
Absolutely.
If you guys are interested in getting involved in the Fantasy Football League, hit us up. Either one of us, let us know. Hammy, you might be holding the torch when it comes to running the league. I got to deal with all this, so you might be holding the torch on running the league. But hit us up, and we'll get that set up. Hit us up if you have anything you want to add to the show. If you'd like to become a guest on the show, anything of that nature, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here. And thanks for coming, man. Appreciate you guys.
All right.